The Office of Social and Emotional Learning congratulates schools that have earned CPS Supportive School certification and celebrates their strong, multi-tiered system of supports for students. Supportive schools are really the places where you walk in and you can feel automatically that the culture is warm, welcoming, it's productive. The students in the building feel safe. They feel connected both to each other and to the adults in the building.
Here on the southeast side of Chicago, we have Morales Academy. Morales had an enormous amount of inappropriate behavior and different situations that shouldn't be happening in school. There needed to be some more supports related to behavior.
I believe it was more of a punitive type of consequences for students. We needed to move toward more of restorative consequences for disciplinary actions.
I made some organizational changes, some systems and some protocols so that we could begin to take a look at individual students, look at patterns.
Our students understand that anything that they need, we'll be here for them. We've provided interventions and services. We do it with our heart. It just comes naturally. That's what really makes us a great school. First, it was very important to build on our Tier 1 interventions. It's positive ways for us to influence our students' behaviors.
There is the in-class behavior matrix system. We began a second step. We began CHAMPS.
There's been a lot of success with CHAMPS. It prepares them for not only the classroom environment, but to remain calm in situations throughout the school buildings. It's based around ensuring that our students have respect for themselves, they have respect for others, they respect their environment, and they respect teaching and learning.
We started PBIS.
We offer incentives and reward them for doing positive things. So I pass out coins to everyone in the building, from the principal to the janitor. So when they get rewarded these coins on the last Friday of every month, they have the opportunity to come to the Eagle store. And the things that we have in the Eagle store are things that they actually wanted to put in the Eagle store. They have a lot of different items that they're able to purchase depending on how much money they've earned. Here at Morales, our motto is to stay fly because we're Eagle. So some of the shirts say Born Fly. Or we have shirts like this for the young ladies that says Fly Girls Club. You wear these items, everyone in the building knows that you've earned at least 150 Eagle coins, which is awesome.
So if it feels good, close your eyes, noticing how we're feeling right now. Take a slow, deep breath, shoulders up for 1.
Sometimes you have to try unconventional things. Yoga is something that is very mindful. It teaches them how to release some stress, how to deal and cope with some situations, and helps them understand how to really get our kids to tap into their mindfulness. And it's been successful.
Other side, really good. Back to center, arms down. All right, let's let that go.
First grade teacher came to me this morning with some concerns about a new enrollee.
Here at Morales, we have a behavior health team in which we come together and we take a thorough look at exactly what's going on with the students in terms of their grades, their discipline, their attendance, take a look at the home dynamics.
I would definitely say that because of the behavior health team, I was made aware of different resources and other programs that we could bring into the school and talk about specific things that we can do to help that child in the classroom and outside of the classroom.
Now we're going to start releasing some anger because we're going to replace the negative, angry things with something positive.
Once a student is referred to the behavior health team, we decide on which intervention would be appropriate.
Now I want you to share one thing that made you happy.
Walking on the beach with my dad.
Walking on the beach with your dad. Does he hold your hand when you guys walk?
I'm on his back.
These are 8th grade students who we're trying to make sure that their focus is on graduating. A specific issue was brought to the teacher, and it involved 6 or 7 different young ladies in the classroom. She sometimes puts small groups together of all the students that were involved, and she focused on teaching them how to erase negative things out of their mind and replace them with more positive thoughts. The students felt a lot more comfortable with their peers, and they even had the opportunity to say something positive about each other.
1, 2, 3. Girl power! Group hug. All right, good job, ladies. Okay.
One Tier 2 intervention that we provide here at Morales is our check-in, check-out program. One thing about it is the students receive a mentor. And that's huge because they have someone in the building that personally comes and checks in and checks out with them on a daily basis. We have a document that we use that follows the student throughout the day to get graded on certain things that we need to work on, such as positive attitude, working on tasks, being respectful. They build relationships with their mentor. So I try to pair them up with mentors who I think will really have a huge influence. We're trying to decrease the referrals and increase the attendance. Typically, you see results in the first 2 weeks. The kids have an opportunity to graduate from the check-in, check out just to prove that it's been a success. So we have created a peace room, which is a very calm and serene room, and that's where we have our peace circles and we resolve our issues. What I tell the kids is have mind control, meaning that they're able to control their mind and control their thoughts to calm themselves down. And the students understand that you don't talk unless the talking piece has been passed to you. It just creates a situation for students to express themselves and being open-minded to building relationships with other students in order to resolve conflicts. So once the peace circle is completed and we've resolved the conflict, the students come together and they do a therapeutic project together. We've implemented a program called our Restorative Rock program, and it means restorative opportunity to communicate kindly. So we've actually created a gravestone here, and they paint these rocks and they sit down, we play calm music, and it's just an opportunity for them to do something constructive with each other. And these rocks represent conflicts, issues that we've been able to kill before they spiraled out of control. This one is really significant because this one has a heart and it says love. And I remember this particular situation where two female students were having a major conflict. What we found out after the peace circle is that these two students had a whole lot in common. They ended up being good friends, and then by the end of the school year, they end up being best friends. So it just shows you when you sit down and give students a restorative opportunity to communicate, a lot of positive things can come out of it. If it's a more extreme case, the child might need some counseling or social work services, or we also help the child and the parents to make sure that they're receiving wraparound services from community partners. So we'll do anything that we have to do to ensure that we are helping the child, taking a good look at the situation and seeing what interventions is going to be appropriate.
Exhale in at the count of 4 and go in. 1, 2, 3.
There has been situations where teachers have watched a child turn into a whole nother person, and it's because of the restorative conversations, the restorative practices. There's been many cases where kids that you just didn't think was going to make it across that stage has made it.
I like that. And freeze where you are.
You have to connect with people. Building relationships is one of the great things that we do here at Morales. You have to get their perspective.
It's important that we build positive relationships with the students, and we teach the students how to build positive relationships with each other.
Our goal is to ensure that they are learning and that they're in the classroom. And so throwing them out, suspending them, it's not the answer. So you make time. You have to teach children sometimes how to do school, how school should look, how school should sound, how it should feel. In order for our students to be successful, you have to understand and support their social and emotional learning.
For more information and guidance on becoming a CPS supportive school, visit the Office of Social and Emotional Learning's Knowledge Center page or send us an email.